Do you know who really loves attention and your validation? The lower energies. It could be demons or whatever you want to call it, whatever you define these entities or energies or attachments. That it could be your own trauma, by the way, like because traumas eventually they marinate in your body and they manifest as energy, right? It's everything is energy. Anyways, my point is these low energies that are there to keep you in a certain cycle or a loop or at a certain level where you cannot escape from that, constant loop of pain and suffering. They love attention and validation, by the way. That's why most people who are supposedly on a healing journey, they don't heal. You know why? Because they are out here looking for validation. Most of these spiritual, and I do this because a lot of the spiritual teachers or gurus out there or healers, they're fake. They're fake as fuck. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. These people think that just because you complete like a certification or program or you like learn from this Reiki master or whatever the fuck, whatever is like taught in the West, they think that now that you're in the place to give guidance or healing to other people. No, just because somebody claims that they can do something, it doesn't mean that they can, okay? That's why I don't want you to even think like, oh, I went to this healer, but she didn't help me. No, she was not a real healer. She was just like yapping. She's a charlatan, okay? And it's not always intentional. Sometimes people really mean well. They want to feel special. That's why they become like a healer or coach or whatever the fuck, shaman. Like, look, ultimately what I'm saying, it's just funny because, I myself, I'm a causing shaman, but I don't even care for these labels. I am saying that regardless of the labels, you need to discern energy. First of all, I'm like going off my tangent here, but what I'm trying to say here is that healing takes pain. It takes for you to face exactly what you're afraid of, what you don't want to face. The problem here is that all these spiritual healers or teachers, they enable you into avoiding what you need to face. Why? Because it's like, oh, yeah, everything's all right. Like, it's going to be okay. Yeah, heal from the narcissist. Oh, yeah, you are a victim. You've been traumatized. Of course, everything's... Shut the fuck up. Like, that's exactly why you don't heal. That's exactly why you repeat the cycle. You want to be validated so much that you don't know how to stand up for yourself. You don't know what it means to actually break free from the cycle. One way to actually find your power, it's not because you're praying and you like ask the source and this thing just gets dropped onto you. You rise up, okay? You find your power by rising up regardless. You find your power when you stand up on your own 2 feet. Not because you're like praying only and like going to these classes and just like thinking that now you have mastered like spirituality because now you're ingesting content, now you're in a committee. You're trying, but just because you're doing all these things does not mean that you're doing it right. I think what I'm trying to say here is that if you've been really trying on a healing journey, okay, and I mean like really trying, and you feel like it hasn't worked, it's not because healing isn't real. It's not because healing of the soul cannot happen. It's just that you have not been doing it right, and likely you've been misguided. Don't lose hope, okay? But one thing to remember is that don't focus on validation. Don't focus on feeling good. That's why I say at the very beginning of the video, it's those lower energies that are there to keep you stuck, whether it's your own cycle or your own trauma or whatever entities that are attached to you, your own trauma energy that want you to stay there, to suck energy out of you. They want attention. They love attention because when you feed into it, it grows. So how do you remove that? How do you really rise above that? Is by you being strong enough to value results and value liberation over validation of your feelings. And only you can decide to do that. That is the power of the spirit that you have to testify. Only you can do that. No amount of courses or classes or the type of teachers are going to help you with that. So wake up from your delusion, okay? Healing isn't this journey of like, it's not linear. It is not road where you get your feelings validated. If you need assistance with your healing journey, come see me in one-on-one. I will suck those demons off of you. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but we'll talk.